All right, good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Jared Klein coming to you live from the NBC29 Digital Desk with this morning's Morning Rush, and we are following some breaking news on this Thursday morning. An attempted abduction in Charlottesville. Police are looking for the suspect you see here. He's 40-year-old James Allen of Suffolk County. Police say a UVA student managed to escape after a vehicle she was dragged into crashed on Cabell Avenue around 9:30 last night. Allen is believed to be on foot. If you see him, give 911 a call. Police say do not approach him. Authorities do not believe Allen knew the alleged victim. She was taken to the hospital for injuries. Supervisors in Albemarle County got a list of 130 road projects ranked by priority. Land use, congestion, safety, equity, and environmental issues were all taken into consideration. Coming in at number 1, improvements to 5th Street extended. That's partially due to new developments in the works. No timeline yet has been given on any of these projects, but the goal is to start construction in the next few years. Charlottesville City Council gave its preliminary approval for a new student housing complex. It's set to be built on Jefferson Park Avenue here. The project would replace 8 apartments with a 27-unit building. City Councilor Michael Payne voted against this project. Although the developer donated $100 grand to the city's affordable housing fund, Payne says he would have preferred the project include some affordable units. Developers still have to receive a few more approvals before breaking ground. And a Black-centered sewing podcast celebrated its 200th episode yesterday. Stitch Please is based out of Charlottesville. It focuses on Black women, girls, and femmes in sewing. Lisa Woolfork, a professor at UVA, started the podcast in 2019. She interviews Black people in the sewing and quilting community as well as other art forms. The 200th episode guest was a renowned quilter, and you can find Stitch Please anywhere you get your podcasts.
Okay. All right. So take a look at this. Firefighters in New York were called, responded to reports of a house on fire, and take a look at this house.
It looks like it's on fire.
It looks like it's on fire, but it's not. It's actually a Halloween display, but it really looks real.
It does.
I mean, can you imagine walking by and see? I would think the house was on fire.
I get the idea. I'm all for Halloween decorations,
Yeah.
but this is a bit
Over the top.
Yeah.
I mean, how could a passerby see that and not be like, oh my gosh? Because
The
it
house
does
is on
look
fire.
It looks real.
It's very realistic, yeah.
So
maybe they could have they could let their neighbors know, but somebody driving
Right.
by would just see that and go,
oh my gosh, it's a fire. So I wonder how many, if they're going to take those down.
probably be a good idea because they'll probably keep getting calls.
Keep getting calls, exactly. So
Yeah.
anyway, but it was amazing how realistic that looked.
Yeah.
So it caught my attention. All right, so this is kind of a sad thing, kind of an end of an era. So for the first time in more than 50 years, the U.S. won't have any pandas in the U.S., because they're on loan from China. So they've loaned pandas to the U.S. since 1972, kind of a way to kind of increase or build relations between the two countries. These are some of them. I remember Tian at the National Zoo in Washington. But the last ones they are on loan. They are in Atlanta, and they will be there until next year, and then they go back. And then next year we won't have any more
Yeah, it's kind of
pandas.
sad. I know that's one of the main attractions, or it was at least at the DC Zoo, and I guess in Atlanta and now in San Diego and Memphis. I didn't know there were so many places in the U.S. to begin with. But
I knew there was a couple, but right, I know.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, I remember seeing them, and some of them have been born here, and the names that, everyone would pick the names, help pick the names, and so it's kind of an end of an era, but
yeah, it's sad.
hopefully, down the road when, they'll be back.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back one day.
Yeah, so that is end of that. Okay, speaking of bears, take a look at this.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
from the National Park Service, and it is Fat Bear Week, and where bears are in survival mode, trying to eat as many salmon and they can. But I thought this was just kind of fun. Look at this. So there you go. That was the shot I was looking for.
Did the bear think this was salmon?
He thought it was
This camera,
salmon. He was like, yes. So anyway,
Yeah, that's funny.
the brown bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. A high of 79 today, and just a reminder, things are cooling off for our weekend. It's going to be feeling a lot more fall-like out there with highs in the 60s, lows in the lower 40s, and looks like we're staying with that fall weather for the beginning of next week. All right, I hope you guys have a great Thursday out there, everybody. We'll see you again on NBC 29 News at noon.